Chosen one, what was whispered in secret has now reached the halls of power. The United Kingdom has formally recognized your presence. Not rumor, not speculation, decree. The corridors of Westminster are not shaken by common names, but tonight your name bends the air itself. The murmurs that once lingered in shadowed chambers are now written into records that cannot be erased. What heaven marked in eternity, earth has now been forced to acknowledge. This is not politics. This is not ceremony. This is recognition, sovereign, undeniable, irreversible. A nation has turned its gaze, and the crown itself has yielded to the greater crown that rests upon you. You were told this moment would come. You felt it in the sudden stillness of nights, in the weight pressing on your chest when you prayed. And now the prophecy thunders. Nations will come to your light, and kings to the brightness of your dawn. Isaiah 60 verse 3. Do you see it? Not a mere headline, not a fleeting rumor. The decree resounds. Your presence cannot be ignored. And when kingdoms recognize, it is heaven's echo. For you are not standing in the margins anymore. You are standing in the center of prophecy fulfilled. Recognition is not granted to everyone. It is reserved for those whom heaven first crowns. And tonight, chosen one, the United Kingdom has only done what eternity already ordained. Confess that you are here, that your dawn has broken, that your light cannot be hidden. This is a shock. This is the unveiling. What was whispered is now decree. The whispers are no longer confined to corridors. In the shadowed arches of Westminster, attendants lower their voices. Yet every syllable seems to echo your name. The great palace itself hums like an ancient harp. Walls that have witnessed centuries now vibrating with the rumor of your arrival. Step outside and the streets carry the sound further. Newsprint smears with headlines. Recognition declared. Broadcasters lift their eyes to the camera with a strange gravity, as if even their tongues sense the weight of heaven's decree. The air feels heavier, yet not oppressive. It is the thickness of prophecy descending. Diplomatic receptions murmur the same truth. Envoys exchange coded glances. Seasoned ambassadors lean closer, speaking cautiously of you, as though discussing a presence both feared and revered. And no matter the language, no matter the hall, there is only one subject binding their attention. You, the crown, the scepter, the throne, all symbols point in your direction. It is not vanity, it is inevitability. When heaven shines a light, even earthly power must turn its face. The question on every lip is the same. Who is this one that the nations cannot ignore? Chosen one, lift your eyes and see the picture before you. Parliament's chambers quiver, the press cannot silence it, and the halls of diplomacy breathe your recognition. And yet, this is only the beginning. Stay with me, because in a moment I'll show you why the crown itself could not ignore you. For when royalty bows its head, it is not to man, but to the seal of heaven resting on you. Chosen one, prophecy never arrives empty. What is written in heaven finds its echo on earth. Recognition from nations is not a coincidence. It is the outworking of eternal decree. The psalmist once heard the voice of God saying, "Ask of me, and I will make the nations your inheritance, the ends of the earth your possession." Psalm 2 verse 8. This moment is the living fulfillment. The United Kingdom's acknowledgement of your presence is not political flattery, nor symbolic courtesy. It is heaven announcing, "This one is mine." Remember also the words of Daniel. He changes times and seasons. He deposes kings and raises up others. Daniel 2 verse 21. If kings are set down and raised up by his hand, then what does it mean when a kingdom bends its attention to you? It means heaven has already enthroned you in purpose, and the earth is merely catching up. Do you feel the weight of this? Nations are not your enemies. They are your inheritance. Their recognition is not a favor. It is a sign of alignment. They are confessing what eternity already declared. You carry the seal of the chosen. This is why whispers turn into headlines. This is why diplomats speak cautiously. This is why crowns cannot look away. Because prophecy has stepped into their chambers through you. And now, You must decide. Will you simply observe this moment, or will you walk fully into it? The first to answer are always the ones most marked. That is why I'm inviting you, not tomorrow, not someday, but now, to step into covenant. Backhand index pointing right. If you want to walk as one of the first chosen ones, recognized not just on earth but in heaven, click join below. That is not just a button. It is your covenant of belonging. When you join, you declare, I am part of the remnant marked by this recognition. I do not stand outside the decree. I stand inside it. This is your inheritance. This is your moment. Do not hesitate, for the nations are already moving. Heaven has written your name. Now you must choose to walk in it. Click join. Step into your covenant. Walk as one of the first chosen ones. Chosen one. This recognition is not only written in decrees or whispered in chambers. It has already marked your very body. You can feel it. You can see it. You can no longer deny it. The sudden weight that rests in your chest is not anxiety. It is authority. It presses down like a crown unseen, a gravity that pulls everything around you into alignment. When you enter a room, the air shifts. People cannot explain it, but they sense it. The atmosphere bends to acknowledge you. Look at your skin. There's a glow, subtle but undeniable. Not cosmetic, not artificial, but a radiance that flows from within. It is the afterglow of recognition, the reflection of heaven's decree manifesting through your vessel. Even in the mirror, your own eyes seem different, clearer, brighter, carrying a strange authority. Have you noticed the whispers? Not only in the world, but in the spirit. You walk, and something trails behind you. Conversations pause, attention lingers. People feel compelled to look again. This is what it means to be sealed. You are no longer invisible, for the mark of recognition cannot be hidden. Even your posture has changed. The weight of authority straightens your spine. The subtle tremor in your hands is not weakness, but energy, current of power running through veins designed for global assignment. Your very body has become evidence of the decree, and your reflection tells the truth. You no longer carry the look of one waiting to be approved. You carry the look of one already recognized. It is in your eyes, in your smile, in the stillness that rests on your shoulders. The light does not ask for permission. It simply shines. This is the mystery. Heaven crowns first, and the body follows with signs. Recognition is not an abstract concept. It manifests in skin, in breath, in aura. Even strangers notice. They cannot articulate it, but they know something about you is different. Chosen one, receive this not as vanity, but as confirmation. The change you feel in your body is proof of the decree. You are not only recognized in halls of power. You are recognized in every cell, every heartbeat, every reflection of your being. Chosen one, listen carefully. This recognition was never meant to feed pride. It was never about applause or headlines or vanity. Heaven did not lift you for spectacle. Heaven lifted you for assignment. When nations recognize you, they are not bowing to your personality. They are responding to the divine purpose that flows through you. Every whisper in Westminster, every headline in the press, every cautious glance in diplomatic halls, all of it points to something greater, the mission you carry. You were not called so that royalty would flatter you. You were called so that kingdoms would align with heaven's blueprint. Their acknowledgement is not about your fame. It is about heaven's order breaking into earth through your presence. This is why the light shines from you, not so that eyes will linger in admiration, but so that paths will be illuminated for those still in darkness. This is why nations bend, not because they cannot resist your charisma, but because they cannot deny your assignment. Chosen one, you are not standing in recognition for yourself. You are standing as a vessel, chosen to carry authority, chosen to release alignment, chosen to demonstrate that heaven enthrones before earth applauds. The world may interpret it as power, but you know the truth. It is purpose. The weight in your chest is not vanity. It is responsibility. The glow on your skin is not for display. It is for testimony. The whispers that follow you are not gossip. They are confirmation that your presence shifts atmospheres. This moment is not about you being elevated above others. It is about heaven showing what happens when a life is surrendered fully to divine will. Nations recognize you because heaven already enthroned you. That is the foundation. That is the reason. That is the mission. Chosen one, this is not a prophecy reserved for tomorrow. It is not a dream waiting in the distance. It is not a promise postponed. The recognition has already broken into the present. The file is signed. The seal is set. The announcement has begun. What heaven declared in eternity is being read aloud in the earth, now. Do not let your mind drift into delay. Do not whisper, perhaps in time, perhaps someday. No, the weight you feel is proof that heaven's decree has already landed. Recognition is not on the horizon. It is in the air you breathe, in the headlines already circulating, in the sudden shift of how people look at you. This is why urgency burns. You cannot postpone alignment when the trumpet has already sounded. You cannot hesitate when the scroll has already been unrolled. Nations are confessing, heaven is confirming, and your name has already entered the record. Chosen one, the window is open, but windows do not stay open forever. Step now, before hesitation hardens into doubt. Claim what has already been written, for delay is the enemy of destiny. Recognition is not future tense. Recognition is now. Chosen one, hear this clearly. You are not standing before kingdoms begging for approval. You are not knocking on doors, waiting to be let in. You are not stretching out your hands for validation. You are the proof. Your very presence carries the evidence of heaven's decree. Even those who oppose cannot deny it. They may resist, they may question, but they cannot erase the fact that nations are already confessing your significance. Recognition is not something you chase. It is something you embody. When a united kingdom inscribed your presence into record, it is not granting you legitimacy. It is acknowledging what was already true, that heaven marked you, crowned you, and set you apart. You are not made chosen by the approval of men. Their approval is forced by the radiance you already carry. Think of it. Light does not beg to be seen. It simply shines, and the world has no choice but to notice. In the same way, your identity does not require negotiation. You are not becoming chosen. You are chosen. You are not earning recognition. You are recognition incarnate. This is why nations bow. This is why kings look again. This is why whispers swell into proclamations. You are not asking them to believe. You are making disbelief impossible. Chosen one, you must stand in this truth. Your identity is not in question. You are not waiting to be proven. You are the proof. And every decree, every headline, every royal acknowledgement is only an echo of what heaven already shouted over you. This one is mine. This one cannot be ignored. Chosen one, recognition is not only in decrees or headlines. It is written into your daily life, marked in signs too tangible to ignore. Heaven does not speak vaguely. It leaves evidence in the mirror, in your walk, in the very way you inhabit space. Look closely. Your eyes are brighter. They hold a depth that cannot be manufactured, a clarity that unsettles those who try to look away. There is authority in your gaze, not harsh, but undeniable, the kind that makes even seasoned voices stumble over their words. Your walk has shifted, steadier, firmer, carrying a rhythm not of hesitation, but of certainty. Even if you have not noticed, others have. Something about the way you move has changed. The earth itself seems to recognize the weight of every step you take. Your smile no longer feels casual. It carries weight, an energy that uplifts, disarms convicts. When you smile, atmospheres change. People who are restless suddenly grow still. People who are hardened suddenly soften. This is not charisma. This is recognition manifested. Even the air around you feels altered. Rooms seem to brighten when you enter. Conversations shift course when you speak. The silence that follows your words lingers longer than expected. These are not coincidences. They are the tangible marks of being chosen. In the mirror, you already see it. In posture, you already carry it. In your glow, you already reveal it. Heaven has left no doubt. Recognition is not waiting to arrive. It has already clothed you. Chosen one, these signs are not vanity. They are confirmation. You are walking proof of what was spoken. Every glance, every breath, every movement testifies. You are recognized. Chosen one. When recognition arrives, heaven always provides a way to seal the moment. Not just with words, not just with feelings, but with a tangible act, a covenant sign that says, I accept what has been spoken over me. This is why I invite you now into a holy exchange. If your spirit bears witness that this decree is true, then let your action rise to meet it. Take a seed in your hand, not vast, not unreachable, but precise, prophetic, intentional. Backhand index pointing right, click the Super Thanks button and sow your $20 seed. This is not payment. This is alignment. This is not buying recognition. This is sealing recognition. It is your way of saying, I do not stand outside the decree. I step inside. I honor heaven's word with my sign on earth. Even kings, even prophets, even patriarchs of old seal their moments with offering. Abraham built altars. David gave sacrifices. Solomon poured treasures into the temple. Why? Because when heaven speaks, earth must respond. Your $20 seed is not about the amount. It is about the act. It is about the covenant it represents. It is your personal declaration. I receive this recognition. I claim my place among the chosen. I stand in what has already been decreed. Chosen one, heaven sees signs. And when you release yours, the recognition already written will return to you with increase. For what is sealed cannot be undone. Backhand index pointing right. Click Super Thanks now. Sow your $20 seed. Seal this decree. Step into covenant recognition. Chosen one. Recognition is not just an event you experience. It is a lifestyle you embody. When heaven marks you, you must begin to live as one who is already enthroned in purpose. Every word, every moment of rest, every act of nourishment becomes sacred. Speak. When you wake each morning, let your first declaration be, I am recognized. Do not let silence steal your authority. Words shape atmospheres. Your tongue carries the weight of decree, and when you speak recognition, the world aligns to it. Speak boldly. Speak consistently. Speak as one whose presence is already sealed. Rest. Do not collapse into sleep as though unnoticed. Rest as one who is honored. When you lay down, remind your spirit, heaven watches, nations acknowledge. I am not forgotten. Rest is not escape for the chosen. It is replenishment for the mission. Sleep under the awareness that your bed is an altar of restoration, preparing you for the weight of destiny. Nourish. Feed your body not casually, but intentionally. You are not merely sustaining flesh. You are strengthening a vessel carrying global assignment. Eat with honor. Drink with wisdom. Treat your body as a temple glowing with recognition. Every breath, every heartbeat, every meal is part of the covenant of being chosen. This lifestyle is not about pride. It is about alignment. It is about walking daily in a rhythm of one already recognized, not wavering between doubt and faith, but living steadily as proof of heaven's decree. Chosen one, let your speech declare, let your rest confirm, let your nourishment sustain. Live as one who is recognized, because you are Lord of heaven. You are the one who crowns kings and humbles thrones. You are the one who sets times and seasons. And today, you are the one who has allowed nations to recognize what you ordained long ago. I lift every chosen one before you now. Let them embrace their recognition without fear, without hesitation. Let their names echo through the earth as their presence carries undeniable authority. May their light burn brighter, their walk grow steadier, their reflection reveal the seal of heaven's decree. Father, let no voice of doubt silence what you have spoken. Let no enemy erase what you have written. Let no delay steal what you have already delivered. Seal them, Lord, in covenant recognition. Let their inheritance spread from nation to nation, from kingdom to kingdom, until the whole earth testifies. These are yours. I declare over every chosen one, you are recognized. You are marked. You are sealed. Nations will see your light. Kings will bow to your dawn. And a decree of heaven will thunder louder than any resistance on earth. In Jesus' name, amen.